Back looking at cryptocurrency currently, Bitcoin on the screen, several other coins to follow before addressing the fear and FOMO zones. Let me know down below anything you'd like to see in upcoming videos. Stay tuned for streaming live content soon to come. A few more parameters need to be met here before we can have that rolling out. But hopefully sooner than later, we should be coming at you live here on the EngineeringRobo channel and secret other channels as well. But anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for hearing my analysis. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Be sure to stick around to the end of the video to not miss any of what's going on. Drop a like if you like the video, and hope to see you in the next one. Now, we're looking at Bitcoin here. It would appear $21,815 overhead. It has been giving us a hard time. Resistance moving forward. Down below, $19,798 roughly has been visualized. It is a psychological level. The 2017 all-time high has been visualized there as a potential level of support, though my support level based on my strategy is $18,860 per Bitcoin. That is where we likely anticipate Bitcoin continuing to, with bearish robos in mind here in play. The buy for, moon, and cloud robos are present, though the sell for and heck are in play. Two of our chosen three robos are bearish at the moment, so you have been heavily considering reducing your Bitcoin investments accordingly, with anticipation of short-term moves downward here towards support. So with these bearish robos in mind, we're watching out for continued moves sort of downward here. We have been anticipating a relief rally and or bull trap in play all throughout this continued upside, and when previous bullish robos were interacting with us, we were watching out for an abrupt change in momentum occurring, and it very much has. So continuation to the downside here may just play out, further confirming the sideways that we've been foreshadowing for the past few weeks. And so while I do believe a very grand overall lifetime uptrend is intact, what does 10x in a couple years? We'll have to correct abruptly sort of thereafter. So we just got to go with the flow of crypto, watching out for our robos. Bearish robo advisors here ever since all-time highs have saved us from between 45 and 58% in downside with bearish confirmations. Potentially moving forward, if 45% in downside were to occur from our most recent bearish robo advisors, that would bring us all the way down to just about $11,000 per Bitcoin, which would strangely correlate with some parameters we will address on the fear and FOMO zones here toward the end of the video. But right now, we're just watching out for continued moves downward toward my support levels. Let me know down below your thoughts on Bitcoin and crypto. The buy for, moon, and super robos here, looking at Litecoin, which we haven't seen for a moment. It would appear interacting with resistance overhead. We are coming from $60.47, a resistance level that has been giving us a hard time ever since our initial rejection from it back in June of this year. Bearish robos have returned. The sell for and heck are giving us a hard time at the moment, suggesting you should be reducing your Litecoin investments accordingly. We are interacting with our dashed local downtrend line here, what appears still giving us a hard time. So right now that is still resistance, apparently. We are still waiting for that solid downtrend line way overhead there for that 30% downtrend line based investment ratio. That will be sometime ahead there waiting for us once we kind of get to it. But locally, this dashed downtrend line seems to be still something we are respecting as resistance at the moment until confirmed otherwise. So watch out for continued moves downward here toward potential support we came from back in June of this year as well. $42 per Litecoin is where we may return to if continued downside were to play out and bearish robos remain. So you can watch out for $42 down there below as support, where you can invest your 20% support-based investment ratio. You can reinvest your 50% EngineeringRobo based investment ratio when 2 of our chosen 3 robos return to a bullish state. And I mentioned we're still waiting for that downtrend line overhead. You can use this local dashed downtrend line at your own discretion if you choose to. In my opinion, I'm not a huge fan of it and would be a rather high risk confirmation, though you can go with your own flow. This is Cardano in a very dramatic downtrend in play ever since printing highs near that $3 level. Bearish robo advisors were confirmed sort of back near just about $2.25, $2.25, and since then bearish robo advisors have saved us from 66, 28, and 45% downward corrections that have occurred. Bearish robo advisors returning recently here may suggest another move downward to watch out for. So we have been being plagued by this solid downtrend line overhead, where you can use that confirmation to invest your 30% downtrend line based investment ratio. 20% can be invested down below at 34 cents, waiting for us as a level of potential support. And then your remaining 50% can be reinvested when 2 of our chosen 3 robos return to a bullish state. The sell 4 and death cross have just recently been confirmed with those daily candles closing, so watch out for continued moves downward here as we trade potentially sideways toward the end of this downtrend line. A break upward from it is not impossible, though will only occur when it is ready and not a moment sooner. But back looking at Bitcoin here in the fear zone, you should already know to be accumulating Bitcoin tactically with the fear zone strategy. Here it would appear buying Bitcoin under $38,000 would be not the worst idea with a overall lifetime uptrend in mind. This is the 3rd time seeing the fear zone ever since our most recent FOMO zone interaction, which was 2017 there, printing that visualized all-time high previously, which we are returning to currently after interacting with just about 70K in November of last year. The difference between our most recent all-time highs, though, is the FOMO zone, which we have yet to interact with, still waiting for us up near just about $200,000 per Bitcoin, a far more reasonable level for you to be considering a market top present. In my opinion, we are far closer to a bottom at this point in time. So an 84% correction, bringing us down to $10,000 there, or $11,000 based on our most recent bearish daily candle confirmations. It is not impossible for us to abruptly wick to those levels, though trading near them I don't believe will last. And so in my opinion, it is rather unlikely for us to make such a dramatic move downward. It is not impossible, and we have to be prepared for all scenarios. Either way, the lower we go, the better of a buying opportunity it will be. So you want to be heavily considering scooping up some nicely discounted digital assets during that abrupt downside that may play out. So we just got to go with the flow of crypto, watching out for Robo, accumulate here during times of extreme fear, and go oh no when Robo says there's FOMO. Let me know down below your thoughts on the video and anything you'd like to see in upcoming videos. Thank you so much for tuning in. Try EngineeringRobo for free with the link in the description, and tune in for the next one.